Hey, welcome everyone to Mystics Pregame. The Mystics are back in action. We got Cardell Dudley Jr. checking in with us live from Care First Arena. I still have glitches on the card building because, it was wonderful. It was the ESA championship years, Care First Arena. That's Winston Tucker Jr. again. The Mystics are back in action after the rough loss on a relatively advantaged range over the weekend. Washington isn't the only one heading into this game off a loss, as the Fever were bested by the Liberty 83-75 in their last outing. They're now 5-5 on the year, while Washington is 4-5 on the season. This is the second matchup of the season between these two teams, with Washington having won the first meeting 104-102 in overtime. As for the injury report, there's no injuries report for the Mystics, while Leah Boston and Caitlin Clark are questionable and probable for the Fever. So Cordell, Washington coming off a loss, Indiana coming off a loss. What do the Mystics have to do if they want to get back in the win column tonight?
Come out with a sense of urgency, come out with some energy, play far more tougher than they did in Atlanta against the Dream. Where they were just, honestly, let's call it what it is. They was bullied. Lost in every aspect of the game. And that's normally dominate inside, dominate the boards, turnovers, three-point shooting, free throw shooting have been constant issues all season. But one thing they hung their hat on was punishing teams inside, punishing teams on the boards, and being more physical. And they ran into a team that gave them a dose of their own medicine. They gotta get back to what they do and try to clean up the things that have been plaguing them all years, not turn the ball over and start to make shots. Obviously, they're playing the Fever. The Fever like to get up and down. They like to keep the pace up. So the Mystics will have to get back. They will have to be on point defensively. You can't cross smash. That's when the Fever will pick you apart because now you got mismatches all over the floor, and you got to guard their three-point shooters. Caitlin's been up and down, but we know she's capable. Kelsey Mitchell, we already know what time it is with her. One of the most dynamic scorers in the league. Aaliyah Boston. You gotta keep their pace down. They're third in pace in the WNBA. You gotta slow them down. That's how the Mystics were able to beat them last game. They slowed them down enough and made them play a half-full game. Their defense was at a much better state, and they punished them inside. That's how they were able to get the victory. But they got to come out with far more better mental and physical toughness than what they showed in the Dreams. They want to win tonight.
Yeah, and to piggyback off that last meeting, one of the things is as many positives as there were in that last meeting, we did see that game ended up in overtime because the defense, there was a few lapses in the defense late, and Caitlin got going from deep, and then Kelsey obviously. So that'd be a thing I mentioned, obviously, with everything you said, is to not let up. Don't give them that room to get back into the game, like you said. Force them in the half court as best you can, and do not let them get going from three. You just can't let them get going because, as you said with Caitlin, when she gets hot, like that was like 14 in a quarter in that first meeting, and that game turned into something it didn't have to be. Same thing with Kelsey Mitchell. Again, those things that you mentioned that they got issues with. I would love for this to be a game to do a much better job of defending without sending people to the line. That's one of the things that it just has to change if Washington wishes to not only get a win tonight, but just get back into the win column and kind of stay there. That's one of the non-negotiable things because that has been a damning thing for them. It has hurt them. Even in games they've won, steady close to the line has cost them. So I just want to see that. I would love to see a step in the right direction with that. You had anything else you want to add?
No, not at all.
All right, well, we appreciate you guys. You guys just heard Cardell share the keys. We'll check in with you guys afterwards for Mystics Outlook. Enjoy tonight's game.